Okay, have you ever hired someone who looked absolutely perfect on paper? I mean, the dream candidate, only to have them turn into a complete disaster for team morale? It's such a common and really costly mistake. Today, we're going to dig into a new way to think about building truly unstoppable teams, and it means looking far, far beyond the traditional resume.
So let's just start with a number that should honestly stop every single hiring manager in their tracks: 89%. Get this, that's the percentage of hiring failures that have absolutely nothing to do with a candidate's skills or their technical ability. So if it's not about skills, what is it?
The culprit? The reason it goes wrong almost all the time is poor cultural fit. It's a fundamental mismatch in values, in attitude, in just how they work with other human beings. It's a problem of culture, not a problem of competence.
And this isn't just, a mistake we make every now and then. It's a systemic problem. We're calling it the 89% hiring failure, and it proves that our old-school methods are just fundamentally broken.
This quote right here just nails it. You can teach someone skills, right? But you can't easily teach attitude or a sense of ownership. A super skilled person with the wrong attitude, they don't just fail to add value. They can literally suck the energy out of your entire team. They become a net negative, no matter how brilliant that resume looks.
So how do we fix this whole mess? Well, the solution requires a complete shift in how we think. It's all about adopting what we call a culture-first mindset. Look at the difference here. The old way is obsessed with credentials, with past titles. It's all about what a person knows. The new culture-first way is about who they are. It totally flips the question from, hey, can they do the job today, to something so much more powerful. Will they thrive with us and help us grow tomorrow? It's a game changer.
Now, this isn't just some fuzzy, abstract theory. It's an actionable strategy. So let's get practical and actually walk through a blueprint for hiring these kinds of cultural winners.
It really breaks down into 4 key steps. Step 1, you've got to define your non-negotiable values, what truly matters. Step 2, screen for actual impact, not just a laundry list of skills. What have they actually done? 3, interview for character, and we'll talk about how to do that. And finally, and this one is so important, stop guessing and actually test them with a small slice of real work. When you're looking for that perfect fit, a great concept to keep in your head is the T-shaped individual. So what's that? It's someone who has that deep, deep expertise in their one area. That's the vertical bar of the T. But they also have the curiosity and the ability to collaborate across the entire business. That's the horizontal bar. And that combination is what makes them absolutely invaluable. Okay, this brings us to a really critical part of interviewing for character, the questions you ask. You have to stop asking those hypothetical "what would you do if" questions. They're useless. They only tell you what a candidate thinks you want to hear. Instead, you have to ask them, tell me about a time you did something, because past behavior is the single best predictor of future behavior. Here are some killer examples. When you ask about a disagreement with leadership, you're learning about their courage and how they communicate. When you ask about turning a failure into a success, you see if they take ownership or if they just blame others. These kinds of questions get past the pre-rehearsed script, and they show you who someone really is. Now, a quick but really critical warning here. This whole culture-first idea has a dangerous trap you can fall into. It is essential to understand the difference between hiring for culture fit and hiring for culture add. They are not the same thing. See, hiring for shared values should never mean hiring a bunch of clones. So instead of culture fit, start thinking about culture add. This means valuing something called community cultural wealth. All the unique backgrounds, the different experiences, the new skills that diverse candidates bring to the table. These different perspectives don't clash with your core values. They make them stronger and help you avoid dangerous groupthink. So you have to ask yourself a tough question. Is your search for culture fit really just a disguised search for people who look, think, and act exactly like everyone already on your team? Remember, the goal is alignment on core values, not alignment on hobbies and backgrounds. All right, let's bring this all home with one last, really powerful idea. The best hires aren't always the people who are perfect for the job today. The best hires are the ones with the steepest growth curve, the ones with trajectory.
I absolutely love this phrase, junior grit beats senior entitlement. What does that mean? It means you should bet on drive, on hunger, on coachability. A passionate junior person who is dying to learn will almost always outperform a seasoned veteran who thinks they already know everything.
So what does that actually look like? Well, you have to look for evidence of initiative. Do they have side projects they're passionate about? Do they teach themselves new skills just for the heck of it? Have they ever improved a process without anyone asking them to? That right there, that's what an owner mentality looks like, and it's the clearest sign of a candidate's future trajectory.
And that leaves us with one final thought to guide your entire hiring process. Stop just trying to fill a seat for the job description you wrote today. Instead, hire the person who has the character, the drive, and the values to become the leader your company is going to desperately need tomorrow.